All right, so today, first things first, let's talk about some pride in work. And I just created a new art piece for my other channel, which I haven't been doing much for at least 2 months for. And I'm like, dude, what the heck am I doing? I got to get back to this thing. So it's not exactly lousy artwork, but it's more like just silly work this time. But I want to show what that is. So what I decided to do was create a skit. And this idea just popped up in my head much earlier this morning. So I was up like around 2ish in the morning and I was just daydreaming, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna do this, and then I put this skit together. But so far you just see it's a drawing. You got Geico, the little gecko dude, and then you got Affleck the duck. So the adventure, the friendship, okay, the awesomeness, the hurdles, the story. So what do you think this might be about? You'd have to check out my other channel. And I gave it a little bit more to look at. Then comes a geek flag, the backstory. The bird said he quit. The little green lizard got his heart broken. Together, after years of beers and tears, as well as tears in the beers, they formed geek flag. More like gecko flag, rather. Um, so you got the little gecko and the duck, so they get together. But pretty much it's not years, it's more like at least a few years. So I should just write after a few years. But I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty cool. I was going to try something a little bit different, but I decided to go with this story. So the first episode is like a little motivational thing for the gecko. And the duck is trying everything he can to, you know, get the gecko to be happier. Because the gecko's like, he's just like an angry little guy, grouchy, things are not going his way. So look at all this great stuff here. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be like a cool, season. So basically what it is like it's seasonal. So basically, I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna be doing any scheduling with it or anything like that, but it's gonna be, seasonal, it's gonna be episodic. So I already did the pilot episode, then just recently, like sometime after noonish. That was like at five-ish in the morning. I did the pilot episode. Then noonish, like around noonish, I just got finished, recording the video. What I like to call a silly pasta. If you ever heard of creepy pastas, and I just call it a silly story. I decided to make it an episodic thing. So a lot of creepy pastas, I haven't seen anybody yet try to do an episodic thing for like the same characters. They just do different stories. I might decide to do something like that, something horror related. That's something I will be looking into. I've actually thought about that on top of it. I'm thinking, do I want to do that? Because, other persons are doing it. But let me see if I could just put my own spin on it, and I'll go from there. But this spin, the silly spin, where the duck and the gecko, they bond even harder. They're going to go through a lot of changes. I already have ideas for episode 2, and I'm not entirely sure how many episodes this season's going to be, but I'm definitely already thinking of a season 2 for sure. So you have a season 2, episode 1, and all that stuff. And I don't know how many seasons are going to be. It's going to take a while. I'm just going to allow myself to enjoy this. That way, if I think, too far on it, sometimes when I do that, it's good, but at the same time, you end up trashing your own project. So, I'm just going to take my sweet old time with this. My sweet little time with this, I'm just going to take it and just enjoy it for what it is, because then what you're doing is you're rushing it sometimes. So, but then again, there's nothing wrong with looking ahead, and a lot of times I don't always write down the notes of what I'm about to do with it. So that's just something I'm going to have to get better as, a content creator and stuff like that. So I basically made a silly pasta rather than what you would call a creepy pasta, those little horror story skits that some content creators on YouTube put together. And I like what they do. And I never thought I'd actually be doing something like this myself. I thought about it before, but I'm thinking, nah, my voice it may not be the most cut out for something like that. But let's take a look at my channel. So here we are, Lousy Artwork. That's the name of the channel, and these are the videos I have on it so far. So let's take a look at the time span of like the first video. There's the introduction to Lousy Artwork. That was 3 months ago. 2 months ago, and then like a month later. That's crazy. It's a month later I made the next video. I'm thinking, dude, what the heck was I doing? And here it is 2 months ago. The rest of the videos are like one after the other 2 months ago. I got to really get back in the game with this whole Lousy Artwork channel. Why? Because I'm focused on my other channel. what I'm about to post this on anyway. And you know, and there I am. Of course, there I am. The whole introduction. And of course, the latest stuff I put up there. So I'm looking forward to actually doing more of this kind of work. I know this thing is going in and out of focus. Anyway, back to the pictures. You know, I just sit back, you know, I write a little skit, something silly, and then I just throw it together, and out comes this. And I was like, dude, excuse me, sorry. This could be an exciting adventure, and yet I have like other skits I want to try too. So I never thought I'd be, you know, voice acting, or at least just rather than voice acting, more like narrating a story. And I'm thinking this will be cool. This will be pretty fun. I'm going to enjoy this a lot. So I appreciate your time. If you like stuff like this, please like, share, and subscribe. You know, I appreciate that. I've noticed I've been getting more and more subscribers. Like, dude, if I would have just maintained this just more and more and more. It is not like I'm not. It's just that, you know, I'm busy doing other things. You know, I'm writing poetry on the side too. And then, excuse me, sorry, I'm writing a novel. So, and I already have one book that's ready to get published and all, but I'm going to publish it alongside the poetry book. So I want them to be together. So I want to do them at the same time. They kind of sort of tie in with each other, but not really. So they're both how-to books. So one is called How to Overcome Writer's Block, and the other one is like how to do poetry. That was going to take a while because you have different poetic styles. So, you know, I'll be coming back and forth to stuff like this, you know, whipping up these skits. It took me about, you know, it took me a good bit of while. You know, I paced the floor a little bit, daydream, you know, played a little bit of ball. And then I thought about what other skits I might do, and then I came back to the skit. I finished it. Just, you know, 10-minute, 41-second video, you know, me just narrating and having some fun with it. So I really like stuff like this. This is really fun because it's silly. It's very silly, dude. So, but, you know, maybe today, maybe later, I'll come out with like a horror skit, you know, something like that. So one thing I will say is I got to work on my voice. And, you know, I remember, you know, growing up, you know, I would have like these self-conscious just, you know, thoughts of, sorry, and I got to get rid of all these uhs and ums and stuff like that. It's not like this stuff is not at the top of my head, you know. Of course, I'm recalling from history and all. Sorry for that too. Oh man. Anyway, let's continue. So, you know, I you know, having stage fright, you know, all my nerves would shake, and I'm not exactly the best on stage. So if I were to recite poetry on stage, I probably would just, you know, clam up really hard. And I can't really help that, but I guess that's something I should, you know, try to fix. But I enjoy doing this, you know. I don't mind sharing my voice. So I'm figuring, you know, I like stuff like this. Might as well give it a go anyway, because that would be pretty fun. I enjoy stuff like this. I like art pieces, you know. Even if it looks funny, you know, I enjoy it. It's fun. It's release, you know. You know, to me, I could even entertain myself to this. I could even let myself go to sleep to this if I want to. I could watch it. Then if I want to, you know, sleep. I remember going to sleep to my own videos. Like, dude, listening to my own voice, and it took a while to get used to my own voice. I'm thinking, dude, that doesn't sound like me at all. So if I allow myself to speak in a deeper tone, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely me for sure. Even though the higher pitch, I guess there's something within the voice. I mean, I guess if I was squealing here and there, I'm like, dude, that's not me. I'm sorry. That sounds weaker than my voice. Like, what the heck? My voice is stronger than that. So, of course, I have to get past all that self-conscious stuff. And, you know, going back and watching my own stuff, you know, it's not like it's going to add to the confidence, because it's not like it would take away from it anyway. I'm thinking I'm just going to keep doing it anyway. I enjoy it, so might as well get the practice in there. But, yeah, look out for more stuff like this. And have a great day.